Hi, this is Jay Norris, author of Mastering the Currency Market. Welcome to the report. Before we get to the charts, I do need to point out that trading futures and Forex involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. The charts we're looking at are real-time market snapshots that may not be replicated going forward. Australian dollar first. Aussie US dollar had another up day. You made it all the way back to the top of that range. You can see you hit resistance on our weekly directional line. You also had about a 3-month trend line there. Price got to is kind of backing down. Of interest is the MACD made it almost back to zero, but however it didn't make it above zero. Generally, a zero line cross of the MACD would indicate an intermediate term trend shift. Here you had a little fake out. Intermediate term trend turns higher. Intermediate term trend turns lower there. So we'll have to see what that means to us. You definitely have resistance above. You shook off the terrible events in Tokyo. However, now you're right back to that resistance. I think a breakout above 102 could spell a pretty big move. However, I don't think you're going to get that big move without the other majors going along for the ride, namely euro and pound. And I don't know after today's trade if you're going to see that, because it was a very interesting day today. Short-term trend, however, on the daily, still up in the Aussie. Short-term trend flat on both the weekly and the monthly. Here's the euro. You had a big turnaround in the euro today. All kinds of fun. You had that little spinning top yesterday. What made this trade a trade you'd want to take was the historic resistance just above. Generally, you see a 4-hour shift like we saw yesterday. Here's the 4-hour. When you saw this 4-hour candle there, that was a change of direction candle right there. You took out a short-term trend line also. Let me show you. You took out that trend line. You took out that trend line. And you really took out all your trend lines along the way. Now, normally that's not a big concern. However, when it happens just below historic resistance like that, then it becomes a big deal. 4-hour trend shift, 4-hour reversal. Turns into a daily reversal, and that's what you had today, people. You changed the direction on the daily chart. So short-term trend now down on the daily euro chart below historic resistance. That's significant. Next market, pound US dollar. Another big day here. The Bank of England, big tough talkers, but now when it's going to come down to it, let's see what they're going to do. And they're still saying, yeah, we want to do it, but they're not doing it. They're not raising rates. The reason the pound was up here, the reason the pound kept coming back is because the market loved the tough talk of Merv the Swerve King and the rest of the people behind the Bank of England. But now they've got to do it. They've got to raise those rates. Otherwise, you could see the market just doesn't like talk. In the long run, the market's got to see action, and I think that's what the market's telling us today. You did reverse the daily trend. However, you can still see it's holding that price pattern pretty good. Very interesting scenario here. Yesterday it looked like you had the breakout. However, it's not a breakout until you can't count a breakout above a significant monthly level like that until you get 3 closes above it. 3 closes is the rule for us, and so you did not get the clean breakout. You had potentially what we call a Sparandio top right here, named after trader Vic Sparandio. He wrote the great book Methods of a Wall Street Master. Sparandio top, we call it when you have a potential double top, then you have a fake out breakout, and that drives itself back in there, and that could be significant. So I'd be more concerned with followed through on the downside right now than that failed breakout on the upside. So very, very interesting day today in the majors. Hey, let's look at the chief now. So you had some stealth dollar strength coming out of nowhere in those European currencies. Now these markets are starting to make a little bit of sense to me because you're seeing strength in the Aussie, which makes sense to me. That's a carry trade. It's a real market. There's a real carry there. Euro's coming off. That makes sense to me, too, because it's at historic resistance. There's just not a lot of room ahead up there. You're really taking the punch bowl away from the party for speculators there the closer you get to that resistance. Now, the pound, I respect the pound. I like the pound, but the Bank of England's got to do what they say they're going to do. They can't just talk the talk. Now, the Swissy, you're seeing here's a little stealth dollar rally. What happened here? You reversed the daily higher. Look at that. You got above the daily directional line. When you see the charts tomorrow, that daily line will be down here. So, hey, the 4 hours up, the daily's up. The 4-hour daily up, that's big. That's going to be great for intraday traders. That means if you're trading a 15-minute chart or a 3-minute chart, long is a trend trade now. That becomes a trend trade. Here, I'll show you the 15-minute. Guess what? Trend's up, isn't it? So that could open things up. That's a game changer for the intraday traders, and that could be big too. Dollar yen, the dollar yen has just been gasping for air trying to get over its daily line. Hasn't done it just yet, has it? But that's a level we're watching right now. Look at that. There's no trade in there right now. You're not facilitating trade. Something's got to give in here. And it probably wouldn't take much of a push from the gang of 7 to get it above that daily line. So, I'd be leaning towards the upside there. So, we could be seeing some stealth dollar strength. There could be more to that. Hey, let's take a look at the U.S. stock market. How was that affected today in the face of pretty good dollar strength, particularly in the European currencies? Let's get everything updated. There you go. Update on Wall Street. This chart looks pretty good to me too, people. The daily's up. The 240's up. That's big for the intraday traders. Let me pop down to a 15-minute chart, and I'll show you what I mean. Hey, that means the short-term trend is higher. The trend is higher on the intraday. That will feed the day traders, and what those day traders do, what these short-term momentum traders do, have an outside effect on these higher time frame trends, on these long-term trends. So hey, the U.S. stock market looking pretty good. And here's the dollar. Here's where I was going with that. You had that little pin doji, little do-nothing doji yesterday, and now you got a switch there. Oh, look at that. That's a change of direction on the daily, people. That could be big. That means you go down intraday, and again, all of a sudden, the intraday traders, the 15-minute traders, the 5-minute traders, these rapid-fire traders on their tick charts, they're all going to be looking for the long side. They're going to be looking to buy dips now because their trends are higher for them. So, hey, fascinating day, big day today. Also, I need to keep reminding you guys, this is a real good contest. Believe me, I would have wanted to win this course many, many years ago. I wish I had this course. This is a course that's worth signing up to win. Go to www.trading-u.com/blog and register to win a $3,500 scholarship from Trading University. As most of you guys know, I'm an instructor over there. I'll take an active role in teaching these courses, so we are going to get to know each other if you win this course, and it'll be on me to get you to where you want to be. Hey, my name is Jay Norris. Thank you very much, and we'll be back with you tomorrow.